Okay, back at it again. Bring your friend. Hopefully she a twin. Okay. Qing Qi, you feel me? I got my boy D Nasty.
Hello, Lake Mary, California. Lakeshore, baby.
Once again, don't forget the, you know what I'm saying, funky fresh in your face. Tell your mama to feel the bass. It's Young Hus, coach shocking the place, pulling up in the 7-3 drop with so much bass. And it don't stop to the beat, baby. You know what I'm saying? What's happening?
Hustler, hustler.
We through here.
What's going on, brother?
Oh, we through here, man. I'm pulling up on y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Seeing what's happening, man. It's a big deal. Y'all kind of a big deal right now, man.
I
like it. I like
we
what's
rocking.
going on,
We
man.
rocking.
You know what I mean?
April 6th, though.
Yeah, April
H,
6th.
the album is dropping.
Yeah, we got some music, man.
Hey.
We finna put some music out, man. It's pretty excited about it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
we
saying?
all excited about that.
Rest in peace to Jack. Rest in peace my little bro Fluke. You know what I'm saying? It's big. We pushing, man. This shit don't stop.
And it's been a long wait. So how many tracks can we expect on this project?
Oh shit! I mean, it's a lot of them. It's a lot on there. I tried to do a double album, but the label it was like, just space it out a little bit or something. I don't know.
Right.
I'm not into the business side of it. I just like making music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't make music to be famous, to be cool and all that. You know what I mean? I mean, I've been very, very handsome for a long time, so it's not really a big deal for me to try to be famous and cool. I do music because I want people to, be happy about the shit.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? That's it. Old school slaps, you know what I'm saying? Old school mobbing, you know what I'm saying?
And features?
I got the
2 or 3.
I had not too many features on there. I got
It's
the
like
Jack.
2 or 3?
I got the Jack and I got Rod on there. You know what I'm saying?
I just, pre-ordered mine while we were sitting outside.
Appreciate that,
so
bro.
I'm
That's
like, no
big. I
sucker,
appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. You
No,
know
of
what I'm
course.
saying? So, it's always like a pleasant for me when I see people that appreciate the shit, because I don't consider myself you know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of people tell me I'm great, you know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of people hear my music, they tell me it's great. But me and myself, I'm just a small town dude. You know what I mean?
I'm a little biased. I'm gonna be honest. You know what I mean? Like, this for me, this is a big deal.
Oh, you bro,
for
yo.
me, you know what I'm
man,
saying?
You've been out here moving, man.
But
You know,
still, like, you were one of the first cats when, you know what I'm saying, I was doing my radio show and I was starting out.
Yeah.
You was one of the first cats to even, you know what I'm saying, give me that chance to even come in and chop it up. So I'm just juiced to even be able to be
I
here.
wasn't even knowing I was giving you a chance, because I was just happy to be on there with shit, baby. So, it's all good.
So we here. Kid, what's going on? I'm sorry, I'm fanning out for a second, you know?
Nah, I feel it. I mean, it definitely is an interesting experience to be in the room with somebody that you grew up with. You know, listening, Sally's, I used to introduce all my little thought friends to Sally.
Oh, yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? That was my shit back in the day.
Having fun, man, going crazy, man. It was pretty fun back then. You know what I'm
That
saying?
album was definitely a pleasant surprise, because, you know what I'm saying, I was like, this nigga just goes down, you know what I'm saying, but it's like, you listen to the album, you're like, wait a second, you got some good shit on
Yeah, I
here,
mean, because, it just was, I was in jail, so I don't know what it was on the album, you know what I'm saying?
I remember reading the East Bay Express.
It was
reading
pretty cool. It was pretty cool to see that, like, it's going big, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Jack had got on the radio and shit. We never really expected none of that stuff, so it was pretty big. So it was cool. So when I came back, I was like, damn, I was just making music for the hood, having fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Riding around, knocking bitches, just, recording music and shit. Like, the Mind Figure shit was so big that I feel like I wasn't really tripping after that. Like, you know what I mean? So it was cool. You know
and what's like, I mean, being in cause like you said, you feel me, you're an entertaining rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have shit that people want to dance to, that's hella funny, to make you laugh. You know, you had some of the first little slanguage that people really caught on to, so what does your process look like when you get in the studio?
we just had fun, man. You know what I'm saying? We just was some young kids with a house, with a lot of money, and we was just making music. This shit was just fun, you know what I mean? Just, you know what I'm saying? Brides running in and out, you know what I mean? Doing hella shit, having fun, doing little shit. It was just, you get some kids some money, they just get a chance to have fun. And that's why the music sound like that, because we were just having fun.
Yeah, you can tell.
We just riding around, just, you know what I mean? Just rapping, just having fun, bro. It was just a good place in life as far as this. That's why I tell people to make music whatever you're going through, you know what I mean? So even like being on the run, you got some sorrow, you got some pain, whatever you're going through, just make the music out of that strong emotion, because that music is going to capture it, you know what I'm saying? It's just emotion. Music is just emotion.
It's hella emotional.
That's all it is. Like,
you can feel that though, but you also like in the eclectic sounds and also like...
Yeah, because we study being dope. You know what I mean? Me and Jack, rest in peace, we take pride in being dope. Yeah. So we always had competitions. We had the dopest sneakers, the dopest outfits, the dopest girlfriend, the dopest car, the dopest, you know what I mean? Like, being saucy is, when you grow up kind of impoverished, you got to be saucy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, the way he wear his shirt, he the first nigga doing it. Everybody wearing their shirt like him. Now, like, it might be a $10 shirt, but you wear it with a certain way, and it's everybody think you the nigga. You know what I mean? So, just coming dope was our whole thing. So,
man.
When we got to hold a little bit of money, it was just, we had equipment to do everything we wanted. So, I mean, it just came out pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we listen to a lot of music. You know what I mean?
Hell, you can tell.
We study all kinds of
you
music.
can hear that
You know what I'm
shit.
saying? So when it's not just, for us, it's we trying to compete because we traveled a lot when we was young. So, we couldn't just have shit that was dope in the neighborhood. It had to, you had to play it in, be in Akron, Ohio, and they say, okay, that's dope. You know what I mean? Or be in Minnesota or be in Florida or something. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's just, what is that shit? You know what I mean? You got to compete with everybody. You know what I mean? So we was in New York, all these different places. So we just was tapping in, just listening to everything dope. You know what I mean? Dancehall music. You know what I mean? Cumbia, everything. You know what I mean? So, it's dopeness. If you develop the eye for it and the ear for it, it's like anything else. You know what I mean? You gotta take pride in it. So what I'm presenting to the world, if I'm putting something out, I'm gonna make sure it's dope.
Got to.
You know what I mean?
So I seen in an interview before, you mentioned that you had stopped making music for a while because you couldn't tour internationally. And I'm more specifically Europe.
Well, I mean, I've been in and out of legal trouble since I was a young man. So, just being from prison, the parole, all that stuff is very restricted. You know what I mean? Like, so having felony, all that stuff, that shit is, they tripping on that shit. So I'd be like, damn, all these rappers, how they get to go everywhere and do everything? So it was just kind of rough. So, plus, living that kind of a, fast life at a young age, a teenager, you know what I'm saying, going through all that shit, going to federal prison, all that shit. That's, a lot of my friends is dead and shit. So it's just like, you get out of, you get a clear thinking. You look up like, damn, I'm to the neck. Like, you know what I mean? So that's kind of a, and then, Astaghfirullah, we lost the brother Jack, and that was very depressing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, it's kind of a strange feeling when you look up and everybody you grew up with is not around. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nigga, it's just OG Hus now. You know what I'm saying? Even though I look real good and I'm real handsome, I got one pimple on my face. You know what I mean? But I'm a survivor. I've been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it was just kind of like all that, dealing with all that shit is like, who got time for music? Like, I never looked at myself as a rapper. I never had a video before this shit. I never had flyers. I never had no radio song or nothing. So everything that y'all heard, everything that y'all say is great and legend and all that shit, I never had no flyer. That's why I tell the youngsters, like, don't worry about nothing. Just make the music and it'll take you somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So music has been feeding me for a long time. I wish I'd have paid more attention to this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Damn near 20 years.
Yeah, and I ain't put no music out. This is my first album. That's what people don't realize.
You would say
This is my debut album.
Really?
Yeah.
So was Dope Guns Religion that was a mixtape?
That was just, Brody got some music. You know what I'm saying? He got some money for you, man. Give me these songs. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's what it was at the time. At that time, they was
debut.
cashing us out, baby. They was, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shit, get me in on that, baby. You know what I'm saying? 40 ball, 20 ball, you know what I'm saying? I need in on that. You gonna take that for some shit you just having fun.
Right.
You know what I mean?
When you say that, though, and you look back at that project, like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
PK grabbed 10 songs out the thing or whoever, you know what I'm saying? And they put it on the CD and they put it out, you know what I'm saying? And then since the 80s, which is people love that a lot, I was in prison. So I didn't pick the songs, I didn't know what was on, I never heard this shit. I don't even got a copy.
I think I still have the CD at the house.
So
I
it was
look for that.
People liked it. It was a shock to me when I got out, seeing all that shit, cutting it up and all them songs. I was like, damn, this shit lit, like, you know what I mean? Because we were just making music and it was just riding around to the shit. So now I got a chance to actually make some music, pick songs, do it how I want to do it. So it's pretty exciting for me, you know what I'm saying?
So what are you doing in your celebratory, you feel me? This is your debut album, you're a big deal.
Man, I'm just a regular dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't put too much in. I just keep working. I'm looking forward to dropping more music. Just dropping hella more slaps, you know what I'm saying? This shit is out of obligation. I gotta do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta keep this culture and this lineage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This my bloodline, this pure uncut shit. You know what I'm saying? This 100% the kind. You know what I'm saying? Peblo Project shit. I gotta keep this shit alive for all my brothers that I lost.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So, it's a protocol. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I gotta keep going. It's like grandma's gumbo, baby. You know what I'm saying? Your Dolphine uncle, the only one know how to make it left. You know?
And that's interesting.
You know what I mean? So it's like the gumbo gonna get lost. The family gumbo gonna get lost if
you got to. You gotta
if you don't
going.
learn it from Unc. You know what I mean? Like he gotta show you how this shit, put this in there. You know what I mean? Put the roux, put the whatever they call it, roux.
Yeah, put the roux in there. I'm scared to make gumbo.
If not in Thanksgiving,
eat it, okay?
If not at Thanksgiving, y'all gonna be having some soup gumbo. Nigga, that shit gonna look like Campbell's soup.
Exactly. My shit gonna be water.
Like, look at this. What is this? This ain't no gumbo.
With the mob, the legacy, and just like what the Jack has been and is to the legacy. And you see, like everybody you see now is talking about they mob or they doing mob. Like
it's always been like that though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's always been like that. We just we just kind of helped give it up more of our identity. But it's been people. It's just basically people that's trying to make it out of poverty or make it out of underprivileged situations. It's like, nigga, I'm gonna keep pushing. And it's not really a gang or a street culture thing.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
I mean, of course it is. The roots of it is a protocol. Stand solid in any situation, you know what I'm saying? Stand firm, you know what I'm saying? None of that punk shit, none of that hoe shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
None of that punk sucker shit, you know what I'm saying? It's just a protocol that we just, we just keep it alive. That's what it is. It's not really like nobody don't own this shit. This shit been before us, it's gonna be after us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we just came up under OGs that taught us a certain way to do things and how to be a certain way and how to survive and how to move and this shit, you know what I'm saying? So that's really what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and at the end of the day, it's just about being a man or a woman about your business and handling your business, you know what I mean? It's straight what it is. It's a machine, you know what I'm saying? So it's just what it, it's cool though, because you want the younger generation to take to something, whether they get it right or wrong, at least they taking to something right. You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever imagine yourself being the OG?
Yeah, it's weird. You know what I mean? Because I be like, damn, look at your shit like this.
Niggas like, I grew up on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, keep saying that.
yeah. I mean, well, because I'm the youngest one in the group too,
Right,
so that's
right.
even crazier because I'm younger than everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I'm only 237 years old. You know what I'm saying?
So
You know
what
what I'm
about
saying?
like proteges? Get that gumbo continuing. You
Nah,
feel me?
I mean, I just support everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not trying to be Jesus. I'm not trying to be, some holier than everybody. I'm just an enlightened person that just try to share my game. I'm not no boss. I'm not the leader of nobody. None of that. You know what I'm saying? I just play my position. I'm a militant. You know what I mean? Soldier. That's it. I ain't no. I'm just not a civilian. You know what I'm saying? But I got a position to play and I got a motherfucking protocol I got to follow. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I am. But I encourage them all the time, you know what I'm saying, if they want to listen. But it's real hard for the youngsters because they got so much shit that they're going through. You know what I'm saying? Like the way it's a crazy world right now. So it's hard. That shit got either it's gonna be in them, if you got that DNA of, you come from a certain cloth, it's gonna kind of, you're gonna make it through, but there's so many influences that's got you doing dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? That it's hard.
Yeah.
From being dolphins to all there's a lot of shit they gotta make it through, you know what I'm saying? Like luckily in my generation, it was cool to get money. It was cool to
Right.
You know what I mean? Not selling dope, okay, that's kind of, it's not the best thing to do in the world, but at least we was focused on busting knocks, getting money, nigga. We trying to stack, we trying to come through for the summer. Like they don't have that. So but the community is totally different. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of shit lost.
The ghetto is different now, so it's
Yeah.
like the ghettos, so I can't blame them from doing what they got to do. I mean, they own some bullshit, you know what I mean? That's what it is. I don't know what it is. It's their business. They got to make it. You know what I'm saying? They got to make it through. You go through different stages of life. You got adolescence, you got childhood, you got your warriorhood, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's time to be a warrior, and you transition into manhood, and you become an elder. So this shit ain't nothing new, you know what I'm saying? So, well, they selling dope, bipping, pimping, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they got to do, they just got to do it, you know what I mean?
We
Stay sharp and don't die.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, don't die.
So, so in your Dope Air interview, you had talked about people's lives being controlled kind of by like media. And what do you think? I mean, seeing how big of a role social media and the expansion of social media plays.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I said, did I say controlled? Maybe I said it's influenced heavily.
Right.
Well,
Their judgment, people's judgment has been altered. You know what I mean? Because the fabric of sociability, the fabric of human interaction is different now.
We connected like this.
It's a whole different thing now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can do anything off the phone.
Yeah.
You can knock a bitch, you can get some money, you can fool a nigga. Send me your credit card, I'm gonna give you $10,000 from Tinder. You know what I mean? So
You can fly a drone.
there's so much shit you can do on it, but so it's like it's wide open. So they gotta figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm just old school. So I mean, I know a certain old school way to do things, and it worked for me, so I'm gonna stick to it, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely, it's to the advantage, because you see young niggas getting rich off this shit, so it's like, your music is way easier. In my days, you had to spend hella money to rap, and you had to have a big bro that had money that was funding the studios and shit. That shit was hella expensive, but now a nigga it's opportunity, so it's how you look at it. You can be optimistic or you can be pessimistic, you know what I mean? You can be negative about it, you can say, you know what, it's some upside to this shit, it's all on you. And it's always gonna be like that. That's like saying when they first had fire, when they first had the wheel or a car or something, you know what I mean? Like, it's different. This shit gonna keep being different because that shit changing every motherfucking day. You know what I'm saying?
I think being able to be unplugged though, like I know you're not really big on Instagram, you know, big on Twitter. But
well, I mean, I see that. One thing that I see is alarming is, you know, people are desensitized by this digital age.
We'll talk about that later.
So a nigga drop, excuse my language, well,
no,
person,
you good. We here.
well, I don't say the N word. You know what I mean? So
true.
I'm a Pan-African, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's people are desensitized. So they'll say something, they don't realize there's heavy consequences in this. You know what I mean? You call somebody a bitch, a punk, a suck, that's nothing just to type
or
it.
make
So
a bad joke.
they don't understand. So motherfuckers pull up on you, you know, it's consequences to these, it's called loaded words is the thing. Some people have a different standard of life and communication. So like, a lot of this shit come from, you know, motherfucker getting his feelings. It's easy to get out your feelings on the computer and say some shit and it's very heavy consequences. Very heavy consequences for it, you know what I mean? So you know, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it's just, you know, but they grew up in it, so they gonna learn, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, I see it, you know, me being a little bit older, like MySpace shit came out when I was like 19, 20 years old. And so there are times being unplugged, you also you're able to think a little bit more. Like you're talking about being desensitized, like we're able to, I see that a lot of folks that are like not following everything every day, a little bit more freedom.
Well, but it's just life, bro. It's just life. Whatever you put your motherfucking energy into, it's gonna be that. You know what I mean? So because, you know, if you can get rich only doing something good, or you can fall into, because look at this. I know what y'all speak. Y'all talking about, this is the point that y'all trying to make. I'm gonna make it for y'all because I'm such an intelligent person. And I love both of y'all, you know what I'm saying? It's this one. When you interact yourself into the fabric of digital social network, right? Yeah. It's such a extreme spectrum of things going on. Right. So what you want to do, you want to stick out. Right. You used to just have a nice outfit and a car and some money, you would stick out. Now there's a lot of people doing that. Yeah. So now you got to eat a parrot's head or some shit. You know what I mean? Right. Or, you know what I mean? Bite a bitch booty off or something. You know what I mean? Like, you see, look at the bitch booty off. You know what I mean? So it's like people are trying to go they're reaching. That's the word. Motherfucker were quick to reach more to get that reaction.
And also I see like, sometimes
people want to reach more, so
we live in it. Like we gotta snap something. We gotta post everything that we're doing.
This shit cool. Don't get me wrong. This shit cool.
Yeah.
I mean, when I came up when they came with Black Planet, boy, we was juice. Nigga be on tour.
I
Nigga
still
be
check
like,
mine sometimes.
it's still going.
Yeah,
It's still going.
I don't know what that is.
When Black Planet was,
it was
like
before MySpace.
Man, Black Planet. This was me and Jack. You should do Rest Peace Brody, right? We'd be on tour. We'd be somewhere. We'd put in, I want something 5'8" to 5'10". Yeah, shit. They put like athletic, slim. Yeah, we be like put slim or big size. We ain't tripping.
Yeah, you gotta figure out
plus
the area.
size can be thick. You know what I mean?
5 miles away, 20
you put
miles
that
away.
search in, boy, it's popping up. They like, yeah, you guys like, man, we around the corner. Where y'all at? It was big. They should come back with that. Yeah. They don't got nothing like that.
They do. They still got Prime around too.
But
I ain't without. I don't see that. She on the bullshit.
What? That's the closest thing to
that. No, man, we ain't gonna talk about that.
Black Planet it wasn't just like dating. It was also like MySpace. So you would have your pages.
She try to pull up. She try to go there, bro. We gonna leave it out. Don't let her do it.
I'm telling you, that's the closest thing.
I don't know what it is, but I think it's something that ain't right. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, in some circles, it's definitely.
I don't know what it is, but I'm saying there's some shit that's they just fucking on that.
Okay. No, it's not that at all. No.
I'm saying, you said, is there anything that? I said that's the closest thing.
Black Planet was like the pre-MySpace.
Well, they had.
Don't let her do it. Don't let her do it.
They had PLF.
Let's do it.
Plenty of fish.
Nah. See, you talking about just dating? Like Black Planet was.
Let's let them people be freaky on their own. We ain't gonna talk about people being freaky. Because them is all freaky people stuff. Let them people live their stuff in peace, man. She going to different shit. I ain't heard about some shit.
You said
she going
what's
deep
like it, I'm bringing up.
I'm old fashioned, man. I just drive down MacArthur or something, man. And pass by the stop sign and see me something with a little booty on it.
You know, one of my
I drive up San Pablo or something.
One of my favorite memories was just being around you and everything is when we did the first Streets Talking Radio interview, and you came in, bro, you took over everything. Like we came in, I was like, what's up with me? Hey, man, once a motherfucker again, I'm in the building, we here, and it shows what you were saying about the entertainment, the artistry. It's not just a rapper, you're just a full-on entertainer. That positive energy is crazy. And
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something
real quick. Let me give you a game.
It's good.
This is for everybody out there, okay? The athletic ability.
Yep.
The creativity, the ultra high intelligence.
Yeah.
The out of this world handsomeness. It was all inherited, baby. I didn't have to work for it.
Hello.
I wish I could say I worked hard for it. I worked hard to look this good. I worked hard to be this good. It was just natural, man. I was born with a silver spoon, and I was born with alpha male DNA. It's just simple as that. You know what I mean? I got to thank my moms. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
I don't try to brag and sound better than anybody. I just, I run fast. Everybody jump high. Everybody can whoop everybody's ass. It's just a simple thing. I don't run around bragging on it. I don't run around bragging on it. You know what I mean? It's God given, man. So I'm just thankful for it. That's why I drink water. Got my man's over here. He's drinking water.
I'm telling you, we here.
We drinking water, man. That's how it happens. That's how you stay handsome. That's how you keep not one pimple on your face. That's how you look very beautiful, and the women chase you everywhere. You know, you come through like a peacock, and you put your arms up like this here.
You gotta let me fly. I'm a peacock. Let me fly. I'm a peacock.
You know what I'm saying? It's
They
just
fly. I
natural.
don't think
It's
they
a natural thing.
That's from the other guys. Just let it fly.
They get chased. Yeah.
You know, okay, so I don't know if you've seen the previous interview, but I had mentioned before, I forgot who we were talking to, and we were talking about you, and I was saying that, I know I said something to the contrary in the next room earlier, but we're gonna run with this. I said, if we went to high school together, that I think you would have bullied me. But you're hella nice.
No, exactly.
It's like a positive vibe. You're like the epitome of like.
First of all, I'm male aggressive. You understand me? I'm for the women, baby.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
let me
I'm
know then. Hey,
ladies man, baby. I love the women.
All right.
I'm male. What I look like being aggressive against the women? Now, you get a male
bitch
around
ass
me.
nigga.
You get me around the men,
why
I'm
you
very
male.
male aggressive. I give you that. You know what I mean? Because then that you might have a little problem. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you what OG once said. He said, "Man, I'm a woman's pet and a man's threat." You know what I'm saying?
So that's a good one.
I'm your wife's pet and I'm your threat, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You know what you should do? This look, boom. This is my idea for you.
Because I'm not.
You're
People.
welcome.
That's another thing too. People think I'm just vicious and crazy and all that. You know what I mean? I maybe can be at times. You know what I'm saying? But to women and children, all that older people, come on, man. That just sounds crazy. I don't like bullying the women. What I look like bullying you?
Well, you know how they be like, you're like a big personality. I'm a big personality. All the niggas with big personalities in high school irritated me, and I imagine I irritated them.
Well, people, some people are. Well, you talking about in adolescence, people in that stage of adolescence can overdo it themselves. So maybe that's what it was. You had a nigga like, it's time to fuck that. That's what I always, you know what I mean? Like, so you like, nigga, hold on. But he can whoop you, so you couldn't get too many with him. But it's like, we would have been cool. We wouldn't have been like that. I like him.
Yeah, I believe so too.
I like homegirls that have fun and shit like that, man. That's just what it is. You know?
Damn, I was gonna say something to you and I forgot.
I'm trying to get back to that. You said, you know what you should do? And then.
Oh, look, you know what you should do? You should write a dating book.
A dating book?
For niggas, how to date and how to get bitches.
Nah.
Come on.
I'm gonna leave that to them, man, because you know.
Look, capitalize.
Well, people, you gotta have a certain quality for it to just happen, man. It's a natural thing. You got to
Yeah, but people don't understand that you can't just
create
try
the
and be
suave.
great
The
at
suave,
it,
the
okay?
suave is born with.
If
Well,
people knew that, then a lot of these niggas wouldn't be rapping. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't for everybody. But you can still capitalize.
But what
off
about
niggas
when you
trying
get
to
too
get
many
like
women and you hurting women and stuff like that? That's not good either.
The reality in 2018 is we all getting hurt.
They got women nowadays, so they running trains on dudes, man. They pull up on you, man. Let you hit and they be gone. You be like, man, where she at? I like it. I had a partner, man. He met a girl, man. He said, man, she had some cream and never called him again.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Never called him again.
The tables have turned. It's a new world. It's definitely a new world.
You know what I'm saying? This shit crazy now.
I want to talk about a show.
I deal with women, though. I like good women.
He's a lover.
Yeah,
He's a lover.
I deal with women. I'm not really into the just knocking bitches, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not as far as getting money and all that, that's a whole different subject, man. That's a whole different thing. But dealing with women, I believe in treating women with respect and shit. Yeah. You know, I ain't with all that.
Look at that. That's beautiful. I'm the only woman here, so, I be having to represent for my females,
Absolutely.
But I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, D-Nat.
I was going to talk about the show.
I got a twin sister, so I mean, we all look like disrespect.
Really?
Yeah, I got a twin
Oh, for
sister.
real?
Yeah, I got a twin
Is she tall like you and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, well, she's a fraternal twin,
She's
duh.
but
She's a woman.
Yeah, she's still tall. She's great in sports and very beautiful too. I mean, she's just like me.
Look, it's inherited. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
so I mean, and I was born on Mother's Day.
Really?
Oh, for real?
You're a Taurus.
Yeah.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
There we go.
Born on Mother's Day, baby.
That's why we so good.
I can't take advantage of my gift, baby, you know,
Yeah.
to these women, baby. I'm literally your mama's gift. You know what I mean?
Not gonna play.
I'm literally your mama's gift.
My sister was born on Mother's Day, too. So that makes sense. Yeah. So,
Unless you're talking about the Latin community, their Mother's Day is different. So you're...
I don't...
What's recognized in the Northern Hemisphere.
When we talk about this goddamn show, the PAC show at the New Parish, I'm talking to my homie in security. He was like, bruh, where was you at? I'm like, I was at home, I was with the baby, whatever. He was like, this man, Hus, we got these lights in here, and these lights, they come down kind of easily. This man's doing pull-ups, they didn't fall down. We thought they was gonna come down. He had the shit jumping.
Yeah, well, that come from watching people like Sugar Minot.
Who the hell is Sugar Minot?
Y'all can Google him. Sugar Minot at the bottom. Look, watching people like that just put on, they the illest niggas, period. You know what I'm saying? They pull up, you know what I mean? They fired up, you know what I'm saying? You got some fest, you in Japan, you at Sunsplash, you at whatever, you know what I mean? You at these 80s reggae festivals, it's 300,000 people, baby.
Yeah.
You got to get loose. You know what I'm saying?
So it was dope. I saw the video.
I come from that.
It's a showmanship. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta. That's how you present yourself. You gotta. I'm a rooster, baby. They got to know that LD Daddy is in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All you ladies know what LD means. You know what I mean? LD Daddy's in the house. I got to let them know I'm the alpha male. I'm in the house, baby. I'm big as the building.
Yeah.
But it's just fun, just having fun. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It was my boy Lil B was there.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people feel a little certain way about Lil B.
I rock with Lil B.
Lil B as a dog.
Remember High Road Day? How he had that shit jumping?
He was there, so I had to get loose. You know what I'm saying? My boy B was there. It was a pack. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Uno, my boys. You know what I mean? So it was pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, I heard nothing.
Them pack shows is tight. They kind of remind me like the Mile Figures, but the new era Mile Figure. You know what I mean? Right. So that show was lit. I think I was drinking some Buchanan's too. I don't drink, but I was kind of loaded. When I get loaded, I get wild. I start doing all crazy shit. So
that's how fun.
Because when you try to you practice being a reserved person, and all of a sudden you get loaded, you back wild. You know
I was saying, you seem like you slowed down over the years.
Like, got to, man. I mean, shit. I don't want to go to jail and shit and all that shit. Shit. I like,
I see like a more mature. I'm not saying she was, but I see a more mature Hus. I see growth. You know what I mean?
It's just what it is. You know what I mean? You gotta wise up. You know what I mean?
It's
still fun to be a jackass and act ignorant, do all that. It's still fun. You can still do it, but you're doing it every day. It's gonna, your chances get a little higher. If something happens. You know what I mean? So, it's still pretty fun doing all that shit.
Well, I'm very excited that you're here.
Very excited.
I'm very excited. You're like hella energy, like consistently, and
it's good.
It's throwing me off. It is, because I'm like, the day is wearing me out right now. Now I'm getting tired, and you
keeping it going.
You feel me?
You gotta catch up.
But we're gonna talk about some stuff that's happening in current events, and just so I'm excited to hear your opinion and get your feedback. So we're just gonna jump into it.
All right, let's go.
Take us, Key.
So, I mean...
Next one, man. Next one. That ain't
We ain't doing this one?
Yeah, that ain't good.
So let's
Guess what? Current events don't mean nothing later on. When they look into history and they say, look, man, this was a lecture.
Yeah.
You had Qing Qi, you had D. Nancy, you had the great Hus.
Yeah.
And they had a great discussion.
Yeah.
We don't want to be talking about when Lamar Odom was smoking crack and this. We over that. It's played out. You know what I mean? That's no disrespect to him, but you know what I mean? These little current affairs and shit. Fuck that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about.
You want to chop game?
Yeah, let's chop some more game on this shit, man. You know what I mean? What else need to be?
I want to talk about.
What needs to be talked about? What needs to be? You know what I'm saying? As far as music
Maniac FC.
That's just me bragging. I don't want to brag either. I don't want to do that
either.
We're gonna talk, how y'all feel? Let's talk about how y'all feel.
Let me tell you. So back in the day when I was getting ready to interview, my homie was like, this nigga's a fucking real life soccer like fanatic. He really rocks with soccer. You see him, he wears different jerseys. He's doing all these different things. And then finding out you have a company, Maniac FC, I'm like, wow, it's not a joke.
I'm into sports and shit, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so I mean, like, how did that come about?
I'm thinking about going to community college right now and playing football somewhere.
Oh, yeah?
But I want to be on the team with all Polynesians. You know what I'm saying? I need a Polynesian. I want a Polynesian line.
Okay, shout out to the Usas.
Wherever they got the Polynesian line at, that's where I want to go. You know what I mean? I might go to Long Beach or something. I might go to Frisco. You know what I'm saying? I just need a good line of the Thocos and the Usas. And I think I can make it to the league still, baby. At 197 years old. You know what I'm saying? I still run a 4-4. You know what I'm saying? Still can do two-hand dunk, all that shit. But I like sports. You know, sports is just something that kind of, just always liked the sports.
How
I like to
you
promote
soccer?
it because you know it's something for the kids. I mean that shit like you know when you playing sports that had us we used to hoop all goddamn summer. You know what I'm saying? We used to play football. You know what I mean? Sneaking off with our pads, playing football all day. That stopped us from selling dope. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you don't see that as much. You know what I mean? Like you know motherfuckers be like, man, I'm thugging, fuck this shit. But it ain't. It's one thing if you can stop playing sports and you can sell. You know, 1 or 2 ounces a day of crack, and you know, $3,000 or $4,000 a day you making. That's worth it. I mean, I hate to say it, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now it's like they throwing their dreams away for nothing. You know what I mean? So I just like, you know, it's just my obligation to kind of just like promote something righteous. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, like you said, I'm known for the music shit and all the gangster shit and all that. That shit is cool. You know what I'm saying? But you know, at the same time, you know,
It's a softer side.
it ain't even soft. It ain't, the sports ain't soft. You think it was soft.
I'm just
If you got on
saying,
the field with me, you wouldn't say it was soft.
I would be very
you got in the ring
scared
with
to
me.
be on the field with you because you tall as fuck and you just said you faster than everybody else. So you probably shroom.
I mean, you know, I'm not to brag, but I just think that these like it's pretty cool though because I've been going to gyms and shit. I see there's some youngsters. They gotta have that dog. It's called having that dog in you.
Yeah.
You got to have that dog. You know what I'm saying? We trying to tear niggas out, but at the same time, they wouldn't put me in the NFL nowadays because they can't hit.
You can't hit low.
I'm killing
use your
people.
head. You
I'm
can't
killing
do nothing.
people. I'm killing people on
He
the
like,
field.
I don't know sports. I don't do football.
I don't like sports at all.
I like all sports.
I mean, I like playing it.
I like sport. I like volleyball, curling. You know
Can
what
we
I'm
see
saying?
maybe some like some celebrity charity events down the line?
Yeah, it's not. That'd be a murder. To put me on the field with anybody that's not a professional is basically killing them people.
So no, I mean, I see Quavo. He had his little.
I'm just saying, putting me on the field with somebody that's not a trained athlete,
You knocking their head
they
off.
might charge you with manslaughter, bro. What I do to people. You know
I
what
got
I'm
health
saying?
insurance. So I used
They might-
to play turf football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Cordier, man, he's talking. We used to be
No,
out there.
but football or soccer, you know what I'm saying, is a skilled sport.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, there's a lot of people that's, you know, it's the most challenging sport to me. That's why I like it the most because I'm not the best in it. I'm not the rawest in the world in it. You know what I mean? I run faster than everybody. You know,
it's a
I
mind
might be
game,
stronger
too.
than everybody, but the coordination, it's a combination of everything. You know what I mean? The coordination, the fitness, you know, and plus, you know, soccer players just the illest dudes. You know what I mean?
Soccer scares me because it's all like ankles, you know what I'm saying? I don't like people kicking me.
It's not that. It ain't. It's not what you think it is. You know what I mean?
I've tried playing before.
That feels so fucking big that it's like you got your own area. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if you want to be the
fat ass.
nigga, you
All that
gotta go
running
after the
around.
ball. And
You
if you
mean-
go after the ball,
Two
you
laps,
gotta be
I'm
in
done.
there like
Fuck
It's
this
kinda
shit.
physical, but
I'm
it's
going
a-
home. Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of physical, but it's also an honor system. You know, it's a sport of honor. So like people, motherfucker playing dirty, he gonna get his issue. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get, you know, it's regulated. You only get 2 real fouls and you kicked out the game. It ain't like basketball. You can hack it, motherfucker, 4 or 5 times. It's like basically technicals. You know what I mean? A yellow card, 2 yellows, you out of there. So you do some bullshit, like you said, somebody do some bullshit to you, yellow card. You know what I mean?
When did you first
You get
into
another
it?
yellow. Next thing you know, you get a rojo. You get that rojo, baby.
Rojo.
Get your ass up out
That's
of here.
red.
I
Fuck on outta
speak
here.
Spanish.
I don't.
know.
So I just like.
Get the fuck on out of here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's what it is.
When did you first get into to the sport of soccer?
I've been playing since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it started from just, you know, boxing. When I was a kid, I used to box. So, you know, it was like, you know, we would have a competition. Like one of the dudes that was teaching us would say either, you know, either y'all could run, hella far, run the neighborhood and all that bullshit, right? So, you know what I'm saying? We like, man, we ain't trying to be running and shit. You know, the girls seeing us, everybody seeing like, what they doing running? You know, it was kind of, it ain't embarrassing, but you know, you poor and shit, you ain't trying to be running on the main street, you know what I mean? Like, nigga, I ain't trying to run. So he said, okay, y'all play a game of soccer and whoever lose still got to run. So we was, you know, I started loving it, you know what I mean? Because you gonna play hard because you like, if you lose, you still got to go run.
Yeah.
So it was like, you getting that cardio already.
That's why I swam. I had to run all this shit with my big ass. You know,
we only got one pool in the P at that time, so I couldn't swim. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Pittsburgh.
but you know what I'm saying? We gonna bring some bikinis, burgers,
Shout out
and buns back.
Buchanan Park, baby. You know what I'm saying? We had Buchanan Park, but we didn't have too much swimming. We didn't have that, so.
Yeah.
So swim. You was swam for real?
Yeah, that's how I ended up being at the pool. I was swimming back in the day.
In Albany?
I lost most of this shit. Now, down at Temescal Pool.
Oh, okay,
45th.
Timothy. Okay, yeah, okay,
And then ended up
I would say that's the rich areas that got the pools like that. Yeah, Temescal.
West Oakland got one. That's where we have the parties at.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they got one at Tech too, huh? They got a pool at Tech too.
That's the Temescal pool. And so, and when I think of like the over 19 years in this game, It's a lot of folks that you've worked with, that you've collabed with, that you've toured with, that you rock with. I mean, just stories about that you have with the mob figures alone gotta be like fun, crazy. Like, can you give us some of your stories?
I got an insight on that, but first we gotta see what's up with my partner, man. What's going on with you?
Is it silent?
Yeah, I mean, like, what's going on? How's everything going today, man?
Totally good.
We need a long day.
He need to call
Yeah, I mean, I always have long days, but it's a good day, you know? It's better now that you're here, you know, your vibrant energy, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's good, man. Yeah, man. That's good. I'm just checking on you.
You know, I'm a little silent. That's unusual for me, you know? I usually talk a lot.
Zip my lip in a second.
Yeah, they check it on you.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
but you mean the mob figure shit? That shit was fun, bro. Just imagine being teenagers with lots of money.
Yeah. What's like a favorite city that y'all traveled to, or favorite? Y'all went out the country a few times as well, right?
I mean, one of my favorite places is New York. It's one of my favorite, because it's the shopping. You know what I'm saying? All the gear and the sneakers and all that that's one of the best places. And then they got nice women too. You know, they got some very multicultural town.
Yeah.
So it's everything.
I actually went to New York recently for the very first time.
But I also like, I like North Carolina. Sure, I like places like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like I love it. I mean, I just
You're
like
a man of the world.
I like people. I'm a man of many cultures.
Yes,
Right
I see.
in the roadster.
Are you mixed?
She want to go pro, but I just can't coach her. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I mean? I identify as a Pan-African. You know what I mean? I identify with the African culture. You know, of course I have, family members and lineage of other. I'm not a national person. I realize nationality means nation. Mm-hmm. So if you bind yourself to a nation, I like binding myself to something that's based on oppression.
Yeah.
Not to get too deep, but I mean, I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying?
No, let's dig that shit. Let's
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're an Aztec or a Mayan or an Incan or something like that, just say that, because, you know, a lot of this shit come from oppression. Right. You've been oppressed and name that.
Yeah.
That ain't the real goddamn name. You know what I'm saying?
When did you
I just call myself a man of color. You know
when did you get into like Pan-Africanism and start?
I was raised like that. You know what I'm saying? My father and my mom, you know what I'm saying? I was raised like that. So, and like I do have Latin family members and stuff like that. I got white family members. I got, you know what I'm saying? Jewish family members. I got all kind of stuff, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's, but I just identify with just a international person of color, you know what I'm saying? But I love all cultures, and I big them up, you know what I mean? So, you know, as far as like you say, like me doing cumbia music and all these different things, and or doing reggae music or doing, you know what I'm saying? Just, I like to do, you know, I just fuck with everything dope. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? People, places, and things. You know what I mean? Dope shit. That's what I do. That's how I've always been. I've been traveling since I was a kid. So, you know, by myself. So when you travel by yourself, you know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of exposure.
You just go places, you just learn to kind of, you know, see the good in things and find where your place is in that. So that's what that is, you know what I'm saying?
I want to give a quick shout out to the 28 kids from Oakland, California that are traveling in South Africa right now. The Culture Keepers is out there. Shout out, I mean, when you talk about Pan-Africanism and also just knowing where we come from at some point, that's hella important because it also changed.
I am all man.
Oh my gosh.
I am an all man.
So when you be at home, you be like this too?
Polynesian, Asian, Latin, African.
Yeah.
You know.
It all comes together.
I don't think I could pass for Caucasian, but yeah, I'm a man of many cultures. You know what I'm saying? So you say when I'm at home, do I have fun?
Are you like eccentric? Is that what you're asking?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I get if this is what you call having fun, then that's my question. Look, okay. I feel like we are very similar human beings. Yeah. Let me break this down for you as to why. Because I too am a woman of many cultures. You know, sometimes I'm Puerto Rican, sometimes I'm a Oos, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm black. You know what I'm saying? Other people would say that I'm white. I don't really identify as that in any way, shape, or form.
Ain't nothing wrong with white, man. Ain't nothing wrong. White people got shit lit right now. Fired up around this motherfucker.
You know what? Let's jump into what the cup. Let's jump into what the cup right now.
Wait.
Got shit lit.
So you see Cardi B, she's a big thing right now. She's blowing up, bringing back female rap, right? I mean, you know, Nicki, you know.
It's always been going. It's always been, she dope. You know what I mean? Female rappers have always been dope. Women have always been dope. They got the pussy. They're the best.
Period.
They got the titties. They got the booty. They got the pussy.
So recently she dropped this song. Okay, it's called Be Careful. It's a very great song, but she's been outed as having a ghostwriter for it.
I don't care about none of that shit. When people, let me tell you something. Not to interrupt you. Not to interrupt you.
Follow-up question.
All that they outing her, they doubting her, they trying to stop her. Fuck all that.
Fuck all that.
Okay,
She balling, she doing her thing. You about to ball and do your thing. You about to ball and do your thing. Thizzler, y'all about to ball. You about to ball. Fuck, I don't even place no energy. As soon as they say, I hear any negative little thing it's dust.
Yeah.
It's dust to me.
Okay, let's go to What the Cup.
Well, hold on. Look, I want to shout out also SOB, Collaborate. They're going to be at the San Francisco Outside Lands, which is big.
The Cuddies.
That's big. I mean, again.
Crest in the house, man.
Seeing that lineage, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want OGs. Like, this is one of the things that you laid out. You know what I mean?
So raw. They so raw.
Amazing. Amazing.
They fucking with it.
Yeah. Hey, Misunderstood is definitely one of the top videos out, in my opinion. It's a great video.
Everything they do is dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Simonton, you in the Crest.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Kilo. Can we expect a SOB, Husalah collaboration down the line?
All the time.
Okay. Good. We out here. All right. What the Cup?
Fuck with everything though.
So What the Cup is, she's going to give you, you're going to pick out, it's either a phrase or a question, and you're going to just either...
I ain't with this 10 minutes left shit. We ain't with that time period, man. Get that out of here. It's staring at us. Okay. PK talking about we gotta go. Man, what you gotta go?
Okay, look.
You know, PK, when PK tells us
Okay, you gotta go to the airport? Oh, well, how far is that?
Yes.
Because, I mean, I can stay here. You know what I'm saying? What time the office closed? We gonna be here a little bit?
I'm not gonna play with you, Hustler. It's a school night, all right? What do you mean, what time the office closed?
Man, little man got to know that he ain't no boundaries. He can stay up late if he want to sometime. He ain't gonna be no sheep. He's not gonna live by no bells. He's not gonna be conditioned. You know
what's the first one you got for
Niggas
us?
was staying up. We was watching BET After Dark.
Maybe go to sleep at 9.
He was watching BET After Dark, jacking off every night, late night.
Actually, I had AOL. I had that dial in and put a pillow over the mouth. You know what I'm saying? My mom was like, why is all this colored ink going? Where's it going? It was in the papers under the bed.
That boy, you was printing them out?
Oh, nigga.
Oh,
I was going ham.
You was hard.
I was going ham. It was ink too, so that shit was getting fucked up.
That boy used to have one foot on the VCR.
Yes! Sorry.
He got his foot on the door, boy. Killing himself.
I had to put a dictionary frame with my door closed all
that boy trying to keep the door closed, boy. They like, what you doing in there?
That's hella funny.
So what's going on?
Okay,
all right, so what you gonna pick out?
Look, you just pick out these pieces of paper and they just say random things and you just...
Tell us what comes to your mouth.
And you can just say the first word and then toss it and then move on.
Let's keep going.
Yeah.
I got to have more than one. What's this? This is pretty good, huh? These is all of them good, huh? Oh, Dream House, a joke by a troll. Trolls is hella funny. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Molly Wop. Which one? Let me see. Favorite New York rapper. Cormega. You know what I'm saying?
Did I say that? I told you. Hey.
Gentrification? That's
you gotta read them out loud.
Gentrification is the word. So gentrification is it's basically a result of motherfuckers not taking advantage of the opportunities.
That's actually crazy. That's crazy respect.
So I mean, we've been conditioned to spend money on all this dumb shit. Yeah. When we could have been buying, you know what I'm saying? You could have bought man any house in 2000 for 130 bands. You know what I mean? That motherfucker worth a ticket now. You know what I'm saying? So you should have realized that instead of trying to stunt and ball and all that shit. So that's what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? They're gonna take your shit. It's just how it go. Yeah. Everybody trying to take your shit. Remember that. No matter what you got or how long you didn't had it, somebody trying to get a hold of that shit. So you got to think like that, and you got to be progressive. So that's what happened with that gentrification.
I've never heard that kind of commentary on it.
That's actually right.
Very
it's
prophetic.
You say prophetic? Prophet? What did you say? Or pathetic? Pathetic?
Prophetic, like a prophet.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, because Fetty brother, you know what I mean, he told us a long time ago, man, he got hella houses in West Oakland. He's like, man, y'all better buy some of this shit. We thinking like, man, buy some house for what? That shit just sitting there, nigga.
And now he's
trying to buy a Benz and a Porsche and a chain, you know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? So now he got property, so he balling now. So I mean, he told us a long time ago to do this shit. So they came in and did it. So I mean, what else you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I
Damn.
mean? Sold out.
But I wish I had that money. There's so many places I'm like, damn, if I had that capital back then.
Then you got, you know what I'm saying, grandma, grandpa and them came from Louisiana, came from Texas. They was in the service. They got the GI Bill. They got a house. They worked at the factory. You know what I'm saying? They bought the house. You know, that's the 60s, the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. Here come the 80s. Here come crack. You know what I'm saying? Great grandma and them old now. You know what I'm saying? We trapping out the granny house. You know what I mean? There's the houses in the hood now. That's turned to the hood now. The aunties and uncles is dope fiends. They like, nigga, we finna sell this house, get this 800,000, split this up.
Yeah.
And shit.
You gonna move out to Stockton,
you
Tracy.
know, they were smart, they moved to, you know, Antioch and Pittsburgh and stuff like that. And, you know, which is good community. You know what I mean? I'm from Pittsburgh. I like all those areas and stuff, but you know, but that shit was worth a lot of money. All them San Francisco houses.
I saw a condo I'm on next door all the time looking at different shit. It's a condo in the city for $3 million. It's a 1-bedroom.
Oh yeah,
one bathroom.
You in location, baby.
Yeah, location. When
that motherfucking Bay Bridge start being $11 across and this shit is gonna be worth it. That's why. You know what I'm saying? That shit finna start going up. What the Golden Gate is? $8?
I think so. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
You know?
So,
7.
7? Shit.
yeah, so you know, they finna go up. So yeah. What else we got in there?
What are you? You are not a rule.
I don't live by the rules, man. I'm unconventional.
Out the box.
You know what I mean?
You're stressing me out.
Favorite Max Ray song? Stay on My Toes. You know what I'm saying? Pit bulls raised by white people? They raised the best pit bulls. What are you talking about?
What?
Crazy?
Isn't this a conversation you said?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna play
This says pit bull. They on some bullshit here. Look. Pit bulls raised by white people. Who you think bred all the game dogs? Let me tell you something. You got pit bulls, pet bulls, and all that stuff, which y'all know as pets. And you got game
bulls and shit.
You got Corvino,
terriers,
you got stuff
whatever.
like that. Corvino, you know what I mean? All these different real bloodlines, Jeep, Bolio, Cowboy, all these is game dogs. So a game dog is bred for heart. It's called scratching, you know what I mean? So a dog is gonna scratch in the contest. You know, you got working dogs too, that pull. You know, you got spring pole competitions, jumping competitions.
Yeah.
Dogs pulling heavy weight. That's what real pits is made, and they come from them white boys make. That's who breed them. You know what I mean? It's a lot of black dog men too.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Well, but you meant like the gentrification pit bulls that be medicated and shit?
That's exactly what I think it meant.
She talking about them Temescal pit bulls and shit with hella medicine in them.
Hey, come on, Daddy. Come on.
First thing they do is cut their nuts off and give them hella Prozac.
Yeah.
Pit bulls on Prozac. That's the name of my rock band.
All right, so what's the next one?
You all ain't that good. This is everybody do this? This is a big thing.
This is a bit. You know, I'm pushing it to be
Favorite rap song? 90s rap.
Yeah.
Favorite 90s rap? That's kind of hard, bro.
Favorite 90s song?
Favorite 90s song? That's hard, bro. That's too hard.
Or favorite song? Give us a favorite song.
Favorite song is
like all time.
a Sebo song, probably. You know what I'm saying? Old school Sebo. You know what I'm saying? Old school 4 deep, shit like that. Bomb, bomb, bomb.
I just got speakers in my car too.
That was slap. You know what I'm saying?
Just got slap.
Favorite rapper from the South? He was telling me I like Doo-Wop Kane. We were just talking about a youngster named Doo-Wop Kane. He's dope. It's my favorite rapper.
He's out right now?
Teaching me some shit.
Yeah, he tight. Doo-Wop Kane? Yeah,
I never heard of him. I'm gonna look him up
Look
now.
him up. He go crazy, man.
I gotta read over your shoulder because you know you like to just move on.
Of course, FIFA. It's FIFA, 2K, and Madden. Yeah, I like FIFA.
FIFA's hella hard too.
That's the easiest one.
All those games are difficult.
FIFA's like
That shit's like playing Madden without a huddle. That's it.
yeah, but now you gotta
Madden without a huddle.
You gotta definitely know how to.
Because in Madden, you know, the huddle, they want to pause and do all the
But I'm
audibles.
saying FIFA, like you got the head. You got the head.
I was
the
in
head
2004 all the way to I was in 2003 all the way to 2005 Madden champion of East Oakland area. So,
Really?
You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you who the rawest ever. Y'all, you know Chef Smelly, the dude. That
Yeah.
He the rawest nigga in Madden I ever played in my
For
life.
real.
He the only one beat me.
I'm trash now, but I'm gonna learn.
I had a creative player. I tried to sneak in on him. He still beat me.
I'm
I'm gonna get you back. I don't play Madden no more because it's too many.
FIFA, I'm thinking about downloading that shit.
FIFA is the best one, bro. Play FIFA. It's dope.
definitely.
Fortnite is dope too, but
I've been hearing about that
Fortnite
shit.
is dope.
Yeah, that's
Because I don't play Call of Duty because
It's too much.
they too raw at it. I'm not finna be getting knocked off.
Bro,
Right? You ain't finna just
bro.
keep practicing on me,
So
bro. So
this-
y'all can have that game. Y'all can have that game.
But this is online level, right?
I'm Grand
Where
Theft
you
Auto.
start off with a knife, and every time you kill somebody, you get something higher. And my partners would gang up on me because they knew I didn't know how to play.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd get a knife and kill me. They started bazookas and shit, killing me because they knew I was trash.
The wildest groupie story, I don't deal with groupies. You know what I'm saying? I keep my mind and my riches and my dick out them scammers bitches. You know what I'm saying?
That's poetry.
So, you know what I mean? I'm not, I was raised, you know, a little different. I was raised to get money and be a hustler and all that. I ain't finna be chasing around no motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna chase none of that shit.
See, because you sound like you're raised with values. And a lot of niggas these days don't be raised with values.
Well, I mean, I was raised with values, but I also was raised by the streets, by real OGs that tell me, you know what I'm saying? You know, you want to knock your bride, you know what I mean? It's as simple as painting you a car or something when it comes to like, you talking about a groupie, you know what I'm saying? You can just paint a car, have a chain or something, and just, you know what I mean? And they gonna gravitate to it like bass, you know what I mean? So it's like having a shiny piece of lure in the ocean or something gonna pop up and bite, you know what I'm saying? But me personally, I never just indulge in that because I'm in the quality.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm in the quality. You know, I take you pride in having, I'm in the quality, nice clothes, nice women, nice watches, you know what I mean? And it's not about expensiveness or nothing, just nice, you know, the quality of things. You know, quality don't always have to mean money. So, I mean, I feel like, you know, I'm too cool to just let some raggedy, no disrespect to them because, I mean, everybody got their own. I'm not going to, what they call it, slut shaming.
Yeah.
I'm not going to slut shame, you know what I mean?
You're like the most feminist person that we've had on here. I'm proud
I'm not
of
going
you.
to slut shame, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, if they want to have fun, they want to fucking suck dick, that's what they want to do. That's their business, but they're not finna get the golden ride, baby. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I got a question. It's not what the cup related.
It takes a little, you know, you just ain't gonna wake your way up to that easy, baby. You don't get that in one night. What I look like doing that? Come on now, baby.
Come on, baby.
Look at me.
Come on, baby.
Look at me, man. You know? Yeah, but it's cool, you know.
I'm gonna ask something.
I like dancing with the, you know, the crazy women.
Oh, bro.
I like to dance with the women.
Oh,
you know what I mean? I like dancing.
He's hilarious.
But as far as fornicating with them and putting my ding-a-ling in them and sticking my Audi inside their innie, I'm not gonna just be doing that. I'm not gonna just be doing that. I'm not gonna be just doing that. You know what I mean? It's just, you know.
That's respectable.
That's not even about just, you got raised right and you just got on some smartness. You know what I mean? Like on top of the fact, like, man, you know, it's a lot going on out there, man. A lot of these women are women of the night. You know what I mean? So, you know. Goes back to Proverbs, you know, Jezebels and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So she stood at the doorway and tried to, what do you call it?
I don't know anything.
Proverbs, you know. The Bible tight too. I'm Muslim, but I like the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Proverbs says she stood at the doorway to entice the passersby, and those who entered her, death followed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna following the death, baby, over and over. I ain't doing that. You know what I mean? So,
I ain't doing
you know
that.
what I mean? That scared me enough to say, you know, I like nice sweethearts, man. I'm into sweethearts.
I'm about to get to this question.
Wait,
Trump.
Go ahead.
Wait, okay.
We got Trump.
Can we listen what we should do for the rest of this
Trump
interview?
is a dog out here. Huh?
Are you listening?
Yeah.
For the rest of this interview, I feel like we should all have accents and talk in different accents.
I'm not
for the
doing
rest
that
of the
because mine
interview.
all sound Jamaican Irish.
That's
Now
a good
I
accent.
can't do that. I'm not gonna disrespect the people with this fake accent. I can't do that. Man.
Come on.
I'm not doing it.
I'm gonna talk like I'm from Kentucky.
You see, you've been
I'm
having a
from the-
little southern
I'm from
swing,
the-
so I just feel like we should all participate.
I think a lot of
in
us
it,
had
man.
that.
Yeah.
Well, my family's in the Midwest.
We all from the South in California. You know what I mean?
Right,
So you know,
right.
everybody grandpa and grandpa from Mississippi, right?
Louisiana.
Shout out
you like Georgia?
Jacksonville, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Vicksburg, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? You got Lake Charles, Louisiana, my folks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got
My,
Baton Rouge.
My dad's side of the family from Louisiana.
Yeah, Baton
We
Rouge.
probably damn near all cousins.
Damn near. Shit, we probably are.
Good,
My mama light skinned, so I think so.
You know what I'm saying? They moved out here to California to get some. They moved to California to get it lit.
Right.
It was
right.
popping.
So I want to talk about. There was this video that went viral last year of you performing, cutting it up, and it was some youth around. I just want to talk like
Children.
My sons. So yeah, it was my sons and they partners. And nigga, we gig, and that's what we do.
Was that like at an event? Was that
To be honest with you, it was actually a shoe convention.
right?
And shout out my boys in San Jose. Shout out the whole San Jose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a shoe convention. It was a shoe convention, and it was at one of those Catholic auditorium-looking things. They had the inside part was in the but it looked like an old school auditorium.
Right.
You know what I mean? Had the flag and everything with the curtains. It looked like an assembly, baby. I said, this looked like an assembly. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody was like, what is Hustler
So when I went up there, they played the song. I was just supposed to walk up there and they played the song. You know me, I like to have fun.
Right.
So my sons was gigging, man. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Did you see how you were posting on the Shade Room?
Yeah.
Everybody in the comments that wasn't from the Bay was like,
well, if they posted with a good motherfucking title, it would go good. If they post saying, what is he doing? I said, bitch, you need to worry about that irregular discharge you got, bitch, instead of worrying about what the fuck these kids is doing. They dancing. Bitch, you smelling like a pair of football cleats, nigga, in October.
Whoa.
You run around this motherfucker, you need to get you some yoni pearls or something. You know what I'm saying? And you run around this motherfucker worry about some kids dancing.
Yeah.
I would like to tell you, I was in the comments and I was like, you know what I'm saying? I was keyboard warning on behalf of Husalah,
Yeah,
okay?
I think that's what we do out here. But yeah, it was nothing but adults in the whole building.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
So, yeah, I mean.
It's funny though. It's funny how shit just kind of gets ran. Like people run with shit like, oh yeah. You know, but it was when I saw it, I was like, my post was, I love my nigga. This nigga is hilarious.
But it's crazy. That viral shit is crazy. Boy, look at that.
Trust me, I understand about
this
this
shit's
viral
stressful.
shit.
I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be famous. This
When
shit
that
crazy.
happened, did hella people start following you and commenting and
Yeah, it was
DMing
just
you?
everybody. It was mostly people saying, "That's us." That's it was a good
Yeah.
thing. It was a good thing, but it was crazy though to see because I'm not really in the I interact with my followers and shit like that on Instagram and shit like that. So it was crazy to see people I never seen it. What's going on? I mean, I argue with a few, bro. You know? She like, what are you doing? I said, bitch, you sell weed for a living. You're appropriating the European influence of discrediting black beauty. And you talking about these kids dancing, and you on here with 37 different kind of weeds and said, you hate yourself, don't you? Bitch.
This is my nigga right
That's
here.
what's going on. You hate yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with weaves. Ain't nothing wrong with weeds. Ain't nothing wrong with looking how you want to look and putting whatever you want to do. But bitch, don't come over here judging me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What are you doing?
You worry about, you know what I'm saying, that motherfucking pork hot dogs you feeding your kids poison. Feeding them little niggas pork. You know what I'm saying?
So I eat bacon. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what I'm
I eat bacon. I know I shouldn't.
I mean,
I'm a vegetarian.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. I mean, you do what you do, man. You know what I'm saying?
I just had to.
People do all kind of shit. People smoke crack. You know what I mean?
So,
they live. That's just what it is. Do what you think.
Did you convert to Islam or were you always following?
Well, I mean, you're born a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Everybody submits to the Creator. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The flowers, everything. You know, when the sun goes down, everything prostrates to the Creator. So that's just natural. You know what I'm saying? You sleep. You know what I mean? You go into a state of slumber. You wake up. You know what I mean? It's a cycle of life. So it's a birth and a miracle every day. So I mean, if you don't acknowledge things like that, if you learn about yourself, you're gonna start learning shit, and you're gonna start saying, this makes sense. You know what I mean? So me being a Muslim is basically out of just, it make the most sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So I respect Christians. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I still sometimes I go to church with my grandma and stuff like that, pop up on them, have fun. I mean, I still enjoy it. It's all about righteousness.
Yeah.
It's about your scales. You got negativity and you got good deeds and bad deeds. You know, at the end of the day, your scales, you're gonna have to, balance them out. You know what I mean? Your books, your kitab.
And I've seen a lot of folks in music that you've interacted with, you and Jack and a lot of you have interacted with has also been based on the faith and how you guys identify so much together.
I mean, Muslims is brothers. You know what I'm saying? You go anywhere in the world, 1 in every 5 humans is a Muslim. You know what I mean? But you wouldn't understand that living in the Western civilization because it's not as prevalent. And, you don't hear the Adhan being called. You know what I mean? You in other countries, you hear them, there's time to pray, you hear it. You hear the call to prayer as Adhan they recite and you hear it and you get ready to pray. And it's natural. You could be at work, you can stop and pray here. It's like, man, what is you doing? Like,
I got students,
it's a little harder because
students that they have to go.
It's a little harder here, so it's a little more difficult here. But you also get rewarded for finding that faith and anything that you are devoted to, you're gonna get rewarded to. Whether it's Christianity, whether it's the Torah, it's the Bible, whether it's the Quran, whatever it is. So I mean, I'm not one of the ones that push everything on everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I study different things. You know what I mean? I study Kabbalah, I study the Torah, I study the Quran, I study with the 5%ers, the Moorish, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Science. I study different things, you know what I mean? So it's just about your own personal journey. So I'm gonna bet myself with the Creator, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bet my path on my doings with the Creator. So You can bet on other stuff. You can not believe in nothing. That's on you. That's not my business. You know what I'm saying?
That's big though. That's hella big.
So, but,
I mean, you see that. You know what I mean? Like you see that the energy. You know?
once you discover that know that light and you get blessed with the understanding of it, bro, it's just such a beautiful thing that just it eliminates all stress and worry. It's actually it's haram to stress. You know what I mean? Because stressing is a sense of it's basically a sense of non-belief. You know what I mean? You can't control it, so what you worried about it for? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, when you're in them situations and, you in prison and all these different things, you got your faith. You good. You got iman. You good. You like, I'm good. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Inshallah. You know what I'm saying? Allahu alam. That means Allah knows best. So that's in times of grief. That's in times of if you lose somebody. It's in times of when you don't know what to do with yourself. You know what I mean? It's certain hadiths and things that you can, you know what I'm saying? You can put the word hadith at the bottom. You know what I mean? I got that like on the Vice channel.
At the bottom, y'all.
Like on the Vice channel.
I'm talking to producers.
We're going to have to put these Islamic keywords, right? But yeah, it's hadiths and examples of how to carry yourself. You know what I mean? It's just protocol, basically. Same thing.
I've always respected it. My homies are Muslims, so we have conversations. You know what I mean?
Well, every book, every religious book, the major faiths, which is the
Hebrew,
Torah, exactly. The Torah, the Bible, the Quran. Yeah. In their original forms, they're perfect. And, they're perfect books, and they're all, respectable, and we love them. You know what I'm saying? So Muslims, we believe in all three. You know what I mean? So, So, but as during the course of time, humans get a hold of things and they change shit.
They change it.
Mm-hmm. So when they change it, it's going to be a little bit of inconsistency. That don't mean that it's not worth nothing. You can still, try to decipher what you think has been changed and altered, or you can just, for the Quran is in its original state. That's why we are Sunni Muslims, you know what I mean, which is the Sunnah. The Sunnah means the path, the original path that the Prophet ﷺ, the Prophet, you know what I'm saying, peace be upon him, walked. It's the same thing that they remember what he did, and they see it's records of it, you know what I mean? So, and when we pray, we recite the Quran. So when you recite it, it's not gonna change. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't gonna get new words put in it because that's not how you that ain't how you say it, bro. You know what I mean? So
it's gonna stay as it was.
And there's many people who reach it's an honor to become what is called a hafiz. And if you're a hafiz, that means you memorize the entire Quran. Mm. So that's like a great honor. There's people that know the whole Quran, you know what I'm saying? By heart, you know what I'm saying? So if you got all these hafizes, there's been time when Islam has been under attack, that you can't get rid of it, you can't change it because there's so many people that know it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can't change the Torah because a lot of people know the Torah and they recite it. You know what I mean? The Jewish brothers recite it and they, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's just, but King James, that boy came in and did some things. So it's like, but we have fun. It's still righteousness. You know what I mean? It's still, I still support my grandmas and family that's Baptist.
Absolutely.
And stuff like that. You know what I mean? I respect and love Christians.
I mean, it's about peace. It's all about peace.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's what that's about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. You know what I mean? I study a lot of stuff, bro. It's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying?
And it's good, good also for folks to hear, and we live in a time where a lot of things are ignorance is bliss, or it's assumed that the less we know, the better. So it's good to hear that, somebody that a lot of folks who are watching these videos are looking up to, somebody that they followed through the music to see this human side.
Well, when you got the freedom to be in yourself and not giving a shit what no motherfucker got to say or do, you know what I'm saying? As long as you're a real and solid and dignified person, you got your dignity, you got your morals, you're a man or a woman, you ain't got to worry about no other, what the motherfucker opinion the motherfucker got. What do I look like being scared to, people were scared to go to church or scared to be this or scared to be their religion or scared to be their nationality or scared to be like, you know what I mean? I don't speak that. I'm not that race. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, that's just, you hating yourself. That's self-hate. Yeah. So the more you learn about yourself, you know what I mean? You got to learn about yourself, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of things, the reason why I got so intelligent it's a God-given thing. But as an adolescent, I wanted to be a con man. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to have the most game. I wanted to, you know what I mean? I wanted to know everything. You know what I mean? So
you want to be a con man.
I wanted to be the best criminal I could be. So I studied. You know what I'm saying? I got raised military. I got raised militant. I got raised tactical. Like, you know what I mean? You got to know about things. You got to know how to do things, how to go about things. You got to know how to communicate with people. You got to know what's going on. You know what I mean? So you got to learn all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So now that I'm decriminalized, I'm not a criminal. I don't consider myself a criminal. You know what I'm saying? So now it's just like, I got a love for learning. You know what I mean? You're supposed to learn and be sharp. I take pride in that. You know what I'm saying? On top of the fact, you might be somewhere, you know what I'm saying? You might be in You know what I'm saying? We might be in Paris, baby. We got to know a little something. We
Parlez-vous
we
français?
gonna get us a little.
Oui, oui, je m'appelle
You know what I'm
Léon.
saying? You feel me? You done made it, baby.
Let me tell you one of my favorite videos I ever seen of you. It was your first live show since being released.
Yeah.
I always tell you about it. DJ Slowpoke showed me it was in Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
They brought you out, the motherfucking building they thought it was an earthquake. It was just shaking because everybody, we heard you on Chewy, you know what I'm saying? We heard you on the radio, but we hadn't seen nothing. So to see you step out, like what was that
It's
feeling?
crazy, man.
Every time you get on stage, like what's that
Like
feeling?
I said, I don't consider myself like a big deal when it comes to all this. You know, 'cause I just like
That's what
making
I'm saying,
music.
but you
I like
see
making
motherfuckers,
music,
like,
bro.
shaking.
So I mean, it was cool. I mean, you feel good, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a realization. Like you said, I've been militarized since a youth, so I'm kind of desensitized myself. I wasn't raised to deal with emotions and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was raised to be a robot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of course, my mama raised me with love, but you know, when you raise and you become a man in the community on your own, you gotta have. It's the way you do things, you know what I mean? So I just, go to sleep, wake up, you know what I'm saying? Act like I'm going to school, turn right around, take a nap, you know what I'm saying? Go back to the house, wake up, cut my rocks up, pull 24s all night, stay out all night, you know what I'm saying? Making money and, do the same thing over and over. So I was like a robot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had a uniform and everything, like, you know what I'm saying? I got my rocks right here, I got my weed right here, I got my pistol right here, I got, you know what I'm saying? It was like I got raised in the military way. So I didn't this rap stuff is cool, and I liked it, but I didn't really get to enjoy it because I don't think about it like that, you know what I'm saying? I just looked at it like, okay, it's cool. So, but when I seen that, it was crazy, you know what I mean? Because I didn't know how big Jack was, rest in peace to Jack.
Right.
I didn't know how big nothing was. I was like, whoa, you know what I mean? First I'm like, damn, it's sold out, all these places are sold out. Like, I couldn't believe it, you know what I'm saying? Like I was, I would be on, I would get on social media and I would see hella, like Murder on My Mind on everybody's page or something. I thought it was a glitch. I was like, man, is something wrong with it? Is my computer stuck? Like I'm seeing everybody playing this song. Like Murder on My Mind was huge. I just recorded it. I ain't never heard it since I did it. You know what I'm saying? This shit was like, I
But
read
it
it.
is hella crazy.
Yeah, so that's just like, plus I take pride. I'm a people person. I don't really, that trying to, that fame and all that stuff, that shit is kind of heavy. You know what I mean? That shit is heavy.
It's a lot.
You know what I mean? Because, it's hard. You got to have a stomach for that kind of shit, you know what I mean? I could bust somebody's head without a blink of an eye, but just being followed around, and mobbed around, that's hard to deal with.
Yeah.
You don't know what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, like you said, especially being raised in the criminal element, you know what I mean? Where you like, man, I'm seeing too many movements and too many dudes, and they like you. They're your partners, you know what I mean? But they, they got that look like, you like, wait, what's up with them? But they're your partners. They don't know how to act. They just kind of, they don't know how to really interact. They street people, just how you used to be. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, it's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying?
Is it almost that time for your segment? Or
Even
you don't feel like
Yeah, we don't got no structure right now. When they read this, when they watch this video in 100
It
years,
feels good. It
your
feels
legacy,
good.
you might be Oprah or something, like how Oprah be. You might make it big at that time.
I will.
And everybody gonna be like, man, I should have got a hold of that little nectar. That shit
Whoa.
worth millions, you know what I'm saying?
So,
He might be the man too. He probably gonna be the man. He might be like, Jerry Springer or something. You know what I mean?
I
might
will
be
be full of the drama.
He might be a mogul or something, you know what I mean? So they're gonna look back and see that. We don't want to talk about bullshit. We talking about real shit right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We talked about real stuff.
In all fairness, porn and sex is very real shit, okay?
Oh, you got some porn stuff? Okay, but do your thing, baby. Get it going. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have no specific porn stuff. I'm just gonna ask you some questions.
About porn? I ain't gonna talk about porn, but I want to hear what you got to say about it. It's real quiet in here.
I'm like, you throw me off because I'm like a structured person. I like to understand how things are gonna go so I can be in control. You got a lot of control right now, so I'm a little thrown off. You know what I'm saying?
You more like clitoral stimulation or you like G-spot stimulation?
What?
You like
So when porn rappers go,
You like
ask like different kind of like what kind of porn stars do you like?
you like the spot being hit or you like the beam being flicked, baby? Which one you like?
I actually feel very proud that you know that there's a difference between women.
course. I mean,
because a lot of people don't understand that.
I mean, to be honest, a lot of people don't know I'm a certified OBGYN also. You know? Self-taught. Self-taught. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, he said that he, as a youngster, he was that kind. He was going to get into everything.
I found the medical book. True story. I found the medical book that was this big. You know what I'm saying? When I was about 4 or 5 years old. You know, I could read it 3, 4 years old. You know what I mean? So, and I looked in there. I seen like a little diagram. I said, man, hold on. That look like
this?
What's that? It had little ears, maybe little fallopian tubes. I said, oh, what's this? It had the ovaries. I said, okay, that's an ovary there. That's a clitoris. That's a major. That's a minor. You know what I'm saying? Okay, okay. We got to learn what that is. You know, we want to make the women feel good.
I'm gonna just talk to you like you are all knowing.
We want to make the women feel good.
So
I'm not all knowing because the creator is all knowing.
Absolutely.
I know a lot. You know,
Yes.
we'll say that. But
Knowing of much.
What are we talking about?
So there's G-spot stimulation and clitoral stimulation. I actually, myself, I'm a G-spot person.
Well, there's mental. You know what I'm saying? You can cultivate orgasmic energy in a woman. You know what I'm saying? You can transfer energy. You can take the energy from the upper torso to the mid torso. It's psychological as well. You know?
Yeah, you see, I'm only 24. You over my niggas I'm fucking ain't even on halfway.
The number one, you want to know the number one spot for a woman?
Her brain?
It's right in between her ears, exactly in the middle between her ears. You know that? Go from this ear to this ear, right in the middle, which is what? The brain. So,
see, I already knew what you was going to say before you said it,
because I'm over here. They want, you know, she got to like the way you eat food, the way you walk, the way you stand, baby, the way you look at the sun. You know what I mean?
That's hella true.
The way right now.
The way you pose to be chose. You know what I'm saying? You sit there and pose to get chose. You know what I'm saying? She like your aesthetics. You know what I mean? She like the way your elbow turns. She like the way you sip tea. She like the way you do pull-ups. She like the way you walk. She like the way you prance in the sun. You know what I mean? She like the way your skin is glistening. You know what I mean? She might like how you musty. You know what I mean? It's somebody for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Some women like must.
My lady says I have my own smell.
You like must?
On a real nigga, yes, I do.
You look like old must smelling little woman.
Oh man, I think
she might like
that.
that.
Any more questions?
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she want to talk about sex a little more, man. Don't cut her off, man. She's having a moment, man. She's having a moment. You know what I'm saying?
So wait, no, I'm really curious, right? Because it is the G-spot stimulation and clitoral stimulation. So is that like a chemical thing?
Well, I mean, you know, of course, everything is connected to the brain. So I mean, certain stimulations will cause an effect, which is, you know, certain endorphins and pheromones and all these different things can affect your chemical balance, which can in turn cause you to be aroused and stimulated, which can in turn build into a climactic experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, don't you think like, so does that mean like, you know
can
how
work your way to a peak orgasm where you waking up real hard and then you explode like a volcano and you just crash right after, or you can work your way up and take it a little easy, get on a plateau where it's feeling real good. Now you ain't about to bust yet, but you're kind of right there. But you just don't do too much.
I'm gonna say, can we change this to questions with Dr. Huss?
This is for the women. This is for the women. This is for the women. This ain't for everybody. This is only for the ladies, baby. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, you know, you got a plateau. You got different things. You know, you got tantra. You know what I mean?
Tantric sex.
There's tantric sex. There's kundalini where you can transfer energy to where, you know, I take some of your orgasm.
Tantric sex is hella deep.
I enjoy it, and I give it back to you. And you enjoy it for a little bit. And we just, you know, we throw it back and forth, the energy, and it's like a perpetual motion. It can last for unlimited time. You know
I hope y'all niggas take notes right now.
You lose all sense of time and space, and it becomes a euphoric experience. You know what I mean? And once you gift that to a woman, and you know your tires are gonna get slashed, your car's gonna get. So,
big facts.
You gotta be responsible with this type of knowledge. You know what I'm saying, of women.
Hey.
You know what I mean? So, but of course, the number one thing is love. Number one thing is love. You know what I mean? So love takes precedent over all of that. You know what I mean? So if you're a good woman, a solid woman, or a good man, a solid man, the woman gonna love you. That's what it is.
How about, let me just switch it up.
Because when it comes to porn and all that, we selling them. We gonna sell them.
Let me give me some relationship advice.
Relationship advice as far as what?
Wait, I have a very specific situation that I'm genuinely curious to know your advice.
Well, give me some, I don't want a specific situation, I want a general situation.
Okay, let's say, hypothetical situation, not related to my life at all. You have a person. You have two people in a situationship. Okay.
Situationship, I like that. I encourage use of unique language and vocabulary. Create your own words. It's beautiful. So
I got it on social media, but
yeah. Okay.
Situationship, right? One of the parties does not really want a situationship. They want to move forward. The other party doesn't want to do that. So you have to accept what you cannot control and cannot change, right?
Is you still giving him that nectar?
Is that person?
If you're still giving him that nectar, then shit, we want that nectar. It's simple. If the honey pot open, the bees is gonna buzz around. It's simple. You close the pot, he gonna find another pot to buzz around. As simple as that, man. You know?
But what if you don't want him to buzz around another pot? What if you want to buzz around your pot? You know what I'm saying?
Well, you can't keep a person captive. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's just like, you know what I'm saying? You think they stopped liking that? When y'all was dancing off the ceiling and doing backflips and tangling up like caterpillars, you think you stopped liking that? No, I ain't stopped liking that. You know what I'm saying? That go for the man and the woman. You know what I'm saying? If he met the woman, he was taking her out, getting her this, feeding the shrimp. Oh, baby, I'm doing all that, rubbing her feet, you know what I mean? Acting like he rubbing the booty so you can get in there. And all of a sudden, you just like, oh, man, I'm the nigga. You got to start how you finish. You got to finish how you start. That go with pimping. That go with being a square. That go whatever. You know what I mean? You can't start out gorilla smashing and you go soft for the bitch. She bitch gonna run off because this is what she conditioned to. This is what she got a liking to. She like a firm human individual. Now, you can't start off sweet and simping and all that. All of a sudden, you try to turn into a gorilla pimp. Right. That ain't gonna work. So, you know, whatever y'all situation y'all had going, y'all got to keep that going. And either not, you're trying to change something, and guess what? It's gonna change because somebody gonna dip. That's what's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
That's real shit. That's...
You know what I mean?
Okay, do you think that's the same, that applies for rap too? If you come in...
No, that don't apply for rap, no. Human companionship and artistry are two different things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Art can be a loyal woman. Art can be a whore. Mm-hmm. Art can be, dark. Art can be uplifting. Art can be, a burden. Art can lift you. I mean, so it's different. Art is totally different. Art is a spectrum. Yeah. You know what I mean? Human companionship, we bound as humans with certain things. You know what I mean? So we bound to it by nature. It's called bound by nature. You know what I mean? Which is, like a seed. Knows that it has to go into the soil and become a plant. It's bound to it. It don't think. It has got humans. We got the Creator has given us the will to think. So we think we know more than we do, but we don't. You know what I mean? Now I can get you a nice woman and be fruitful. As simple as that. Get you a nice man. Be with for the women. Y'all do what y'all do. It's just that. But we think that we know everything. If we had all the fucking answers, you wouldn't be right here. You'd be somewhere in France sipping tea. You know what I'm saying? Getting your titties sucked, listening to your favorite Beyonce album on a yacht. You know what I'm saying? Checking your bank account, getting, seeing how much millions it landed in if you had all the answers. So people always think we got the answers. That's what fucks you up. It's called self-sabotage. You know what I'm saying? You self-sabotaging yourself. Just let it be what it's going to be, man. Just let it, manifest. Manifestation is what it's called. If somebody meant for you, it's supposed to be, you can tell what it is. You know what I mean? If he pull up on you, you like, man, is that a gun in your pocket or you happy to see me? You know that he likes you, you know what I'm saying? If you got to top him off for 2 hours for you, it's like, oh, man, you ain't doing it right and all that. Then you ain't the one for him, man, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He like Big Baby over there. So, but, that's what it is. People got to learn to be honest with themselves, you know what I mean? So people be in relationships and they just be kind of ignoring things and kind of, which is cool. Just compromise is okay, but when it gets to the point where it's a burden, you're like, man, if somebody is for you and if they're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I like this woman a lot, but she be on some bullshit. She be nagging. She kind of crazy and all that, but, you know what I mean? But I still like her. I'm going to give it a try. But if it's becoming a burden where, companionship is supposed to lift you up, you know what I'm saying? As Muslims, we believe your spouse is your entrance to Jannah, basically. Half your obligation as a Muslim is to be married to a woman, a righteous and believing woman. Once you do that, that's half of your obligation to the Creator. So everything that you require to make it to Jannah, to make it to heaven, is just basically half of it is your spouse. So just imagine if 50% of that is already completed. So anything you do good after that, you done made it. Right. Because your scales just got to be a little bit 1% over, and you done made it in. So so that's why I say Bismillah ar-Rahman, which is Allah is the most merciful, most beneficent. So it's a lot of mercy. We got a lot of chances to be blessed. So. People take human interaction and companionship and turn it into this whole different theory, and they got all the answers and they know all this, but they don't know how to create no baby. from a motherfucking, you know, or they don't know how to create this or create, but they got all the answers because we humans and we got technology and we this and we that. So, you know, just simplify yourself and read the signs. You know what I mean? If you get around the man and you feel a certain way about him, that's the one you're right.
Well, definitely. Well,
Wait. I just feel like we're gonna wrap up, but I'm gonna need the exchange numbers. I think that I need a life.
She want that volcano, y'all.
What?
You need a life coach?
She want to ride Space Mountain.
I never had a smart person in my life, and I need some guidance.
No, you're smart.
That is
smart
factual.
too, you know what I'm saying?
That is factual.
You put your energy toward everybody's. I mean, everybody's unique. Everybody is a star. Everybody is a dynamic person. Everybody that that believes in themselves is gonna become that. So it ain't like I know more than anybody. I'm better than anybody. It's just what it is. Everybody. I just choose to put my energy in towards being enlightened. That's why I like to place my. I used to place my energy into doing other shit, what I mean? But I place my energy into this now, and it's paying off. I like it.
It's very inspirational.
I'm looking good, I'm feeling good, I'm running good.
I put my energy into
the women tell me I'm tasting good.
I fuck niggas, so that's probably why I'm where I am.
You be fucking niggas up?
I be fucking them up, they fuck me up.
Oh, okay, well, I mean.
It's a cycle, Okay,
well. I mean, that's shit. Fuck it. That's another philosophy right there.
Yeah. That's debut album I've been going off.
It's dropping April 6th.
April 6th, man.
H.
You know what I'm saying?
The album's dropping April 6th.
This is a real heavy energy. I like that. I think we should use all the heavy content. Anyway,
I think we gotta keep all this shit, man.
Yeah, we use the heavy.
We ain't cutting none of this shit out. This is too good.
Just let it rock. Just let it rock,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying? So let this be this could be a lecture.
Can you spell the Instagram? I can spell it out. Just put it right here. Let me do it this way. Put it right there, please.
G. Oh, okay. He can do that. Yeah.
G. Oh, how do you pronounce this?
Golazo.
Golazo. What does that mean?
When you score a great shot. When you watching sports, you watching beIN Sports, they're telling women
Goal.
Somebody they say golazo, aso. You know what I mean? They got one dude that say go. He do the long one.
Yeah.
But a golazo, aso is like a good shot.
Definitely. Well, I appreciate you for being here.
It's like a fucking Ibrahimovic bicycle kick or something, or upper 90. It's like you see somebody kick something upper 90 from 40 yards and just sweet. It's a golazo. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yep. So.
Well, we're happy that you came through. You were phenomenal.
Do the robot.
We'll put your Instagram handle up. Is there anything you want to say before we go?
Man, y'all keep doing it, man. Everybody keep doing it, man. I mean, I'm liking all the music I'm hearing from all the youngsters on Thizzler. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep pushing. And, you know what I'm saying? This is a cool little outlet, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We got the H album coming out on Empire Artist Records, you know what I'm saying? We dropping back to back, you know what I'm saying? I'm back pushing and moving, man. I'm out here, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, my little brother Fluke, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Jack. Rest in peace, King Freak, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? God bless the souls of all the fallen soldiers. A lot of violence going, a lot of shit going on, but everybody keep pushing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They can't stop us. They can't stop you. They can't stop you. They can't stop you, baby.
Absolutely.
Stand firm, you know what I'm saying? And stand on your morals and your motherfucking integrity, and things gonna work out for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't bend, don't break. You know what I'm saying? Stand firm. You know what I'm saying? And it don't stop to the motherfucking beat. Once again, don't forget the young saying, funky fresh in your face. Tell your mama to feel the bass. Young Hus Cole shocking the place. And your free mic. You know what I'm saying?
That's my word. We just found our first repeat guest. Hey, we love y'all. Y'all take care. H, April 6th. Let's do it.